This guy does not know what he's doing. But he will. It's June 2023. I mean 22, because we're still within FM23. Regardless, after a long period of time, a certain watch made the decision to become a football manager. But which club would he take? He knew certain things about his club choice. He did not want to take care of a club from any of the top 5 leagues in order to develop himself as a manager fast. And he did not want to stumble into a team that's directly involved in championship or relegation battle every season. And he wanted to develop young players and fulfill his ambition of making it into the Champions League with a small club. So, he traveled all the way to Denmark and found a club that was a perfect middle ground of them all, Randers FC. Randers FC is a professional football club based in Randers, East Jutland. Okay, you know, I'm just reading Wikipedia now. Looking for interesting things though. Oh yeah, they have been set up thanks to a collaboration of 6 different local teams and started in the Danish 2nd division. Randers quickly got promoted and relegated the very next season. Bouncing back to Danish Superliga yet again, they established themselves as a solid 1st division team, mostly finishing around places 5th to 7th, with a happy exception of a 3rd in 2013. Straight after promotion, by the way. The Blue Horses, as the club's nickname, have also taken part in European competitions a couple of times, but only got to the group stage once, in 21-22 Conference League, advancing to knockout playoffs, where they were beaten by Leicester. Why is it the perfect middle ground? It is a club that does not operate on massive finances, per 1 million of transfer budget, and has no pressure to challenge for the title or desperately avoid relegation. He also knew he would be capable of a nice European run soon into his career. With this, Watch signed a deal with Randers, with a mission to create a new strong side in Danish football and compete against likes of Copenhagen, Midtjylland, Brøndby and North Zealand. I'm pretty sure I butchered all these names. Why exactly Randers? I guess they were doing well in my alternate football universe of the future football. That's it, that's the reason. Budgard isn't one, I promise. In this episode, I will show you the beginning of Watch's adventure as a Randers manager, and if you're interested in one, he'll be happy to see hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. As the new manager of Randers went for a training camp to Spain with the team, he really got the chance to impress the fans of Randers with a friendly game against Barcelona. Whilst Elche was a tight defeat and 5th-tier side Conquenza was an easy win, the lads did not really impress at Camp Nou. They lost 3-0. At least this Rafinha's free kick was a banger. Now you're probably wondering, what kind of tactic is Watch using? I must admit he's kinda boring. He's decided to play a standard 4-3-3 with a defensive midfielder with a bit of high pressing, which really could trigger a gegenpress alert for many FM experts watching this video. But Watch knows what he's doing, at least in this spot, and is not a typical gegenpress abuser, making sure there's 3 men at the back at all times, with a ball-winning midfielder at the DM position who's got a deep-lying playmaker on the left and Menzala on the right ahead of himself. Philip Bungard, our biggest star arguably, was put on the right inside forward position with an inverted winger on the left. Up front, an advanced forward who, well, has to score goals. Both Kamara and Ode have been doing it pretty well during their preseason. My lack of FM knowledge really exposes itself here, but you get the point. This tactic is the one to help Watch and his team reach the championship round, as this is where I also mention how the league system in Denmark works. And I can say, I learned quite a lot of things about Danish football alongside you right now. The Danish Superliga consists of 12 teams all playing each other twice during a regular season. After that, the league splits into 2 groups of 6, one playing for the title and one to avoid relegation. In both of the groups, all teams play each other twice again, with the top 3 of the championship round playing in Europe, bottom 2 teams getting relegated, and the 7th contesting 4th for the final European spot in the playoff. We're lucky to not play in a 14-team league system anymore. Seriously, what even is this? Before the season, we needed to sign some players though, because whilst the starting 11 is pretty decent, the bench wasn't too wide. With less than $1 million in the transfer budget, we had to spend almost all of it. And we did. On one player before the season started, his name, Aske Adelgaard, a 19-year-old Danish left back from Odense for 400k plus installments, which also made a big signing of Giovanni Dos Santos on a free transfer to raise the quality of the game up front. And with these 2 signings, we faced Hvidovre, a newly promoted side from the 2nd division, and being absolutely fair, it was probably the most boring game of all time. 0-0 and only 1 highlight, and I can definitely tell it was just a warm-up before the East Jutland derby against Aarhus. It was predicted to be a fierce battle, but this game started way easier than we expected, as Alhaji Kamara took the lead after getting round the keeper. Philip Bundgaard scored a header to double the lead. Unfortunately, he was offside. Our Haji Kamara made sure we have 2 goals to our account regardless, but that lead would be slipped in the second half, as Tobias Anker and Mikkel Duelund, who I use in my FIFA 17 Crystal Plus career mode by the way, made the level again. But then came the 90th minute. Al Haji Kamara won the ball, played it to Giovanni into the left side, who smacked it into the top bins, giving us the win in the derby. The last game of today's episode was against Brøndby, in which we got a massive chance really quickly. Kamara went 1v1 against the goalkeeper, but was fouled in the penalty box. VAR declared it as a pen, and Bundgaard slotted it in. But we did not keep the lead, as Afenagian and Lauritsen scored, giving us the first L of the season. The question arises, will Watch turn the middest of mid-season openers around to lead the club into a victorious path? I'll catch you on the next episode of the series. At the moment, Watch asks you to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel.